Hello there, this is Ferric. Did you want me to go ahead and get started, or do you have anything else to add?
Let's check and see if we have any more donations. We do, and then I'll read this one, and then you can go ahead and get started. It's NPC is the donor with an exclamation mark for $5. It says, we need to get more money for rain mode of Art of Rally. Let's donate. I agree, NPC exclamation mark. And then I think, Ferric, that is, you are good to go.
Great, so thanks for joining me this morning. Just shout out to the Fastest Furs for hosting this awesome event over the next couple days. Really looking forward to participating and also watching. And also, to our charity OAR, fantastic autism research charity. So all those donations are very much appreciated. So I'm going to get started by launching a game here. Let's see here. And this is a procedurally generated format of this game. There's a storyline game, but this one will procedurally generate the maps. I'm just picking the particular race that I want to deal with, which is kind of a caster race. And then this will take us to our next screen where we pick our characters. For the speedrun, we're going to pick all warriors because it's less inputs that way. We do have some options for naming characters if we have any of the naming incentives met.
We do. We have 3 different names.
Okay, if you could just read those off to me.
Yes, they are Ferric Hat.
Oh gosh, is that 2 or 1? Ferric Hat.
It's Ferric Hat, all one word. So
all one word.
F-E-R-R-I-C, and then hat, like for your head.
Okay, we got a Ferric Hat. What else we got?
We have Hot Bot.
Is that 1 T or 2 T's?
1 T.
Okay, very good.
H-O-T-B-O-T. Hot Bot.
And last character?
The last character is from our host previously, Sky Cutie. So S-K-A-I.
I actually just did a refresh on that, and someone sniped that one. So you might want to do a quick refresh, Adler.
Oh, yep, we did skip that one. We have, for $100, we have Tough Fluff.
Tough Fluff? Like with
Tough,
F's?
T-U-F-F-L-U-F-F.
Like this? Tough Fluff?
Like that, I believe.
No, fluff, like fluffy.
Oh,
yeah, like fluffy.
Like that?
Yeah.
That is a lot of F's. Okay, very good.
That is a lot of F's.
Very good.
Is this where we ask for F's in the chat?
We'll pick up some new characters on the way that we won't be able to name. In the chat. So is everybody ready to launch?
I'm ready to set this ship a sail.
Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck, Ferric.
Thank you.
Have fun.
So we're actually just skipping past all the dialogue, which is kind of a shame because the dialogue's actually a lot of fun, but the dialogue will make you go significantly slower, so. And I'll explain a little bit more once I get past the first couple little areas here. Because they go very fast.
We don't need dialogue.
I'm just picking some upgrades here right now. And that's just an item that you can use to equip to your characters, make them a little bit better. We're just naming the party there. You can enter a special name if you want. I'm going to recruit our first character. That's why we want another warrior. This is an all-warrior party, so...
Yeah, and I was just going to mention, you got some pretty good upgrades there in your first round. I think I saw 2 paladins and 1 wolf call, and I know that those are 2 of your most preferred upgrades.
Yeah, so the wolf call is going to give me some additional movement when I defeat a monster, which is fantastic. Because it gets me around the map faster. And paladin will set me into a defensive mode after I move, so I can attack... focus here for a second. So it gives you basically a free attack if stuff gets close to you. So that's very good for the speedrun.
Also, you get the benefit of howling wolf noises.
Yeah, there's actually some transformations that can take place if you get the wolf call, where stuff can turn into like a wolf. So maybe that will happen if we get really lucky.
So just to kind of explain a little bit while Ferric is doing
Oh no,
this fight-
Bearcat actually died already. That is not good. I don't think I've ever had that happen before, so.
Oh no, that's never
Yeah.
happened before.
Bearcat did not make it past the second scenario. Yikes, that is not great, so we'll do our best.
Oh my gosh, but the other two survived, so...
Two did survive, so.
Yeah, so just to talk a little bit about what's going on here, the category is 3 chapters, and each chapter kind of has its own set pool of encounters that you can get. Typically for chapter 1, it's I believe you have to do about like 4 encounters typically. Is that right, Ferric?
Yeah, so in the upper left-hand corner there, you will see the total number of counters that have to be done, and then that's kind of like the boss is to the right there. That'd be the last fight.
Yeah, so like most of the encounters are just going to be to sort of enter a map and like kill everything. So Ferric is going to be really, really focused on just kind of moving his characters around the map and smacking things as quickly as possible. And then sometimes you'll get a counter stance, which you'll do like a counter attack as well, which also speeds things up.
Yeah, and what you saw just there, that was the first little thing that happened was not a monster, it was actually a spirit. You have to chase them down and catch them. And then you get like a weapon upgrade when you catch them, so that's kind of nice. You do get those occasionally as well.
Are we killing sommeliers in this encounter?
Yeah, I guess a sommelier is like a wine specialist, but they're spitting the wine at you. I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but we'll take it.
That's very a very interesting way of being a sommelier, I guess.
Yeah. You're supposed to spit it into a glass, I think, not spit it on other people.
So you're at you got 2 more, it looks like. So we're just kind of flying around the map here. Did you pick up another party member to replace Ferricat?
Yeah, I think what happened was actually the game was kind of forgiving to me because you're really not supposed to lose a character that early. So it gave me another recruit, and I went and snagged the recruit. So I've got another party member now. So all is well. We missed Ferricat, but he's been replaced. So
Yeah, I think because you're playing on a easy mode as well, but
That's
it's
right,
mostly just this game, like you mentioned, is procedurally generated, so it's going to be totally different every time. So there's always going to be you have to kind of adapt to what the game gives you in these runs.
yeah, and because we're doing this as a speed run, it's not particularly easy because I'm not really doing weapon upgrades. I'm not doing a lot of the overland stuff that would make my characters more powerful. So it actually ends up getting pretty tricky towards the end. But technically it is the easiest setting, yes. So just in terms of the mechanics, when stuff turns red, you can attack it. When you see those 3 little lightning bolts, that's like a flanking attack, which is, you can do some additional damage that way. So that should be that one. Yep.
Nicely done.
Getting some nice upgrades, armor upgrades, so we'll take that. And again, I'm just kind of advancing through the story, so. But if you play this casually, that's going to be a lot of fun. Enjoy the story. There's a lot of comedy. You can have romances and rivalries and all sorts of cool stuff. Right now, I'm just building a pass to get to this other area here. That just takes a little bit of time. And then this is where our final spot's going to be.
Yeah, there's certain patterns or certain little indicators that if you play the game enough, you'll sort of know, like, oh, well, the final encounter of the chapter is definitely going to spawn here. So you're kind of
it's that little symbol. Kind of looks like a little medal. That's where those final chapters always spawn. So.
And you've gotten defeat all foes so far, and I know sometimes they have different objectives, so that's
good. There's some different ones, but the most common one is certainly defeat all foes, which is the most straightforward of all of them. You can see I'm getting those extra attacks from paladins, which is really nice. it makes things go much faster. And when it says guarding against foes, that's when I get that that extra attack when the monsters are moving around, which is really nice. So getting my good upgrades there. I do not want crossbows because that would switch me to a different class, which is like the ranger class, which is again a perfectly good class, but it just takes extra time to target and things like that. So now we're going to our final destination for chapter 1. This is the 3-chapter run, so this will finish up chapter 1. This is kind of like the boss fight. So looks like this is just to kill all enemies. So we will kind of start moving our way through here. A little tricky with the door right there. There, I got it. It's kind of mousing over the door when it's to the south like that can be a little bit tricky. But I usually don't like to move the camera around because that just gets kind of confusing. So you can see those spellcasters are kind of teleporting around a little bit. Sometimes that works in your favor and sometimes it doesn't. Occasionally they'll teleport kind of close to you, which is great. But sometimes they teleport away from you and then you have to kind of chase them down. So there's another monster around here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. If I don't know where things are, usually I'll scroll around during the monster's turn, or I'll just set everybody to a defensive stance just to kind of pass the turn so I can figure out what's going on. I think he's the last one. You just see the one monster over there in the upper right, and that should do the trick. Finish him off here. Very good. So that is a warding. So that should be
Nicely
the
done.
first chapter, and we can take some donations now if there's any donations.
Yes, of course, of course. Congrats on chapter 1. We have a donation from Sky Fox for $20 that says, I wish to see a cute fox for a change.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and we've got another one. Are we good for donation still?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just grabbing another recruit.
Yes, we have Strauss Michael or Firebird Lover for $2. It says $2 for a that's never happened before within the first 2 minutes of your first ever marathon.
I know, right? That's never happened before. It's
That's
just it's one of those
that's never
things,
good
so.
to hear.
I've done 2 of these marathons so far, and I think I'm 2 for 2 on that's never happened before. So
That's never happened before.
maybe I just need to play this game a little bit more,
Right.
I don't know about that. You play this game an awful lot.
as opposed to that always happens.
Yeah, right? That's just the way it seems to go, it seems like, though.
Exactly. I'm gonna adopt that. I like that phrase better. That's just the way it seems to go. So we're just making our way around now and wiping out these guys. This is actually the scenario for this second chapter, so this might be the final fight for the second chapter if we're lucky. But a lot of times the second chapter will have multiple kind of boss fights or however you want to describe them, so we'll sort of see what happens. They're taking some damage there. Over on the left there, you can sort of see my characters, and their hit points are shown in green. There's actually no like party healing in this game. You actually just heal by moving on the overland, so you gradually regain hit points over time. But there's no like healer class. That actually went pretty well. For my upgrades, I'm always choosing passive abilities because that way it's just less clicks. So now I have to wander up here. Salt Silver Forge, and that's just going to be marked by this right here. 5 party members is the max that you can have in any battles. So this is kind of, we're very nicely set up right now for moving characters around. An incursion is just, that's more of an overland event where they're going to start trashing your settlements and things like that, but it doesn't really have an effect on the speedrun because we're not really doing a lot of overland management right now.
Yeah, there's like a whole like controlling territory aspect to this game that if you're playing it casually, you'll do quite a bit of. But for the
Yeah.
speedrun, it doesn't really come up because we're just gonna charge right at the objectives.
So this one's a little bit of a tricky one because I have to kill this Kinestend and then I have to like get out of here. So it's kind of a two-parter. He's kind of a big chunk, but I should be able to take him down if I could actually hit him. There we go. And then we have to kind of make our way through all these monsters to get to the escape. Ooh, that's a bad spot because he is behind two chrysalises. See how he kind of trapped himself back there? That's a really tricky spot for me to get at him because I'm going to have to at least... I'm going to have to kill these pods, I think, to actually get the killing blow on him, and then the escape is going to be somewhere to the south.
It looked like you got like multiple crits in a row on him, though.
Yeah, that was nice, but he's just moving to some really bad spots for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and set everybody to guarding. I could probably sneak around that back way, I suppose. So I'm going to try to do that. See if I can get a character back there. Start here. So that guy, I think just one more hit and I'll have him. There. Okay, so now I'm to the escape phase. And that's going to be those sort of blue targets down there. Probably want to keep everybody together. When you see the kind of blue lines between the characters there, that means that they're getting additional armor from being in a defensive formation. So since I'm not actively trying to kill monsters right now, defense is sort of paramount. And then we had talked before about that wolf call ability. That would be really useful right now because then I could kind of buzz my character through the scenario really fast. Unfortunately, the character that had it did not actually kill a monster yet, so we don't have that triggered. Well, that one is really looking at.
You're making it slowly but surely, though, or maybe not slowly, but you're looking pretty good.
I'll be able to get there. Hotbot's really kind of forging the path there. Because have him stay put for a moment just for protection reasons. Yep, and I think one or two more moves and we'll be out of there. So you'll sometimes see things that are called infusions. Infusion is, that's the sort of casting mechanism for the game. If you have a caster, or if the enemies are casters, they infuse objects that are in the environment. And then based on what you infuse, that's the kind of spell that you get to cast. So for example, focus for a moment here. Bonus damage seems good. There's a wolf call.
Nice job escaping that one.
Oh, so that's the second chapter, so that went okay. I'll take it. Oh no, we had somebody turn into a wizard. Do not want. So I'm going to try to avoid using that character as much as possible. So we need to go over here. Let's gather everybody together. I don't want her. I only want the warriors. So 1, 2, 3. So that's Veil Gambling is the one that I never want. So the issue is if you have if you have a wizard, first of all, it's going to slow me down. And second of all, if you have characters moving just one at a time, let me focus here. I don't want her, and I do want her. They can get ambushed, and an ambush is going to be a separate encounter that's just going to slow me down even more, so.
No wizards.
No wizards. Wizards are bad, so. She got ambushed. She's got to get out of here. I mean, wizards are great, like in the in just the regular gameplay, but for the speedrun, they don't really cut it. So let's see. We want everybody over here. Not her.
Yeah, chat. Don't worry. Lizards are okay. It's wizards that we don't want.
Yeah. I don't think there's any lizards in this game. I could be wrong, but.
I heard lizards first too, and I was like, but I like lizards.
So building a bridge, and then we'll get to our spot over here. And the wizard lizard is on her own. She's just chilling in the hut there. So good for her doing wizard things.
She's just living her best life, going
living her
through
best
wizard
life,
phase
exactly.
right now.
So this is not the final battle because it will actually say final preparations when it's the final battle of Chapter 3. So we'll definitely have at least one more after this. So this one, let's see, kill all enemies and break through the rubble. I believe there is rubble to the north, so I might just kind of do a big circle here and take things out as I go. This would probably be a good time if there are any other donations as I kind of work my way around here. But otherwise, I can just keep talking.
No, yeah. We have a donation from Infrabread for $12.34, which is 1234, which I just love. It says, it was an honor being first on the road for this event. Hopefully all the other runners enjoy the games as well. And then an emoticon that's like an uppy carrot with a W.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for that donation. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for kicking off the marathon as well, Infrabread. That was a really great Portal 2 run.
Yeah.
If anybody missed it, we will be uploading all the runs to YouTube later, so you can check them out afterwards.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of that. That was pretty amazing. So here's the rubble. So in this case, the rubble just kind of acts like a monster. You sort of just have to attack it, but there's a separate input for that. And it looks like I've got a nightmare here that I have to finish off. So that'll be okay.
So chapter...
split into two little goblin things, and then you can sort of just polish them off. So
I was just going to mention for anybody watching, because we talked earlier about how the number of encounters per chapter is variable, and that it does include Chapter 3. However, there is going to be a special prompt that Ferric will get that will confirm to him that it is the final encounter.
Yeah, I'll take a tier 2 weapon over a pitchfork. Sure. So I can actually re-roll these with my legacy points. Legacy points are something that you can use, you know, more in the, here, let me focus here for a moment, find where I'm going. Oh my gosh, that's actually really far. So let's go here first. Legacy points you can use for a lot of different things in the regular story-based game. But in this game, we kind of just use them for rerolls. So building the pass, and then we're just going to kind of work our way down here, sort of in the deep area there. Opportunities, again, are going to advance storylines between characters. We don't do that for the speedrun. Look, they're just really trashing that. I love how you see the wood shards just going everywhere. It's great. Yeah, that hut is not going to last. So ideally for the speedrun, this will be our last encounter. Let's see what happens. If we're lucky, assault, and we did get final preparation, so this is going to be our last one. Let's see what we got. I do upgrades here because it's the very last one. I have to go slowly because I've actually crashed on here before when I go a little bit too fast. So yeah, speedrun where you have to go slowly in a spot, not great, but we'll work with it. This guy has a shovel. Okay. Can we do better than a shovel? Probably. Let's give him a great sword.
You do get style points for the shovel, though.
You do, and that one's got a pickaxe. I guess I could keep the pickaxe, but sure, let's just do a mace. And then we're going to move on to this final battle. See what happens. What did we get? We got... Kill the Forge Keeper. Okay, so that means there's going to be a big boss guy somewhere on this level. An optional destroy essence torches. I'll probably pass on that. Since I'm trying to go fast and I'm not really going for a lot of style points. So I'll kind of move my characters through this level and see what we get. I move around when the monsters are moving to try to figure out where the Forge Keeper might be, and there's a very sus area back there that has kind of four different passages going into it, so I'm going to guess that it's back there. Oh, by the way, I got the wolf call from killing one of those monsters. That's why I can move so far, which is just fantastic right now. Because it's really giving me a lot of extra speed to kind of burn through this level.
Yeah, this is one of the bigger maps I've seen. Wow.
Yeah, this is a huge map. So again, because I just kind of needed a moment, I set everybody to a defensive posture, and now I'm just gonna try to get everybody towards that area. If the boss isn't there, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more exploring, probably over there. But I find it hard. Oh, and there's even a door there. Yeah, they're always behind the door every time. So that's every game I've ever played. Suspicious door. There's gonna be a boss.
It's like a horror movie cliche.
Yeah, and there it is. It's that Mylan, so we're just going to try to bum rush her, see if we can get a lot of damage on her fast, because the monsters are still popping. Set everybody up in a good defensive posture here. Maybe she'll move, and then we can... Because she's kind of stuck in a corner over there. It's not great, but we'll work with it. Everybody's in a nice line there. I do believe she has a teleport ability. We'll see if she teleports or not. She did not, so we're just going to kind of have to wail on her a little bit and then see if she moves around at all.
Wouldn't it be nice if the boss just came to you so you could finish it off?
If only they knew how easy that would make it. So you can see her hit points are going down. Those are the red markers over there. I'm actually going to try to get around over here and see if I can get in that other side, maybe through that passage right there to deal a little bit more damage, or if she wants to be friendly, she can move a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Take a hit there. Take a hit there. Yeah. Unfortunately, these weapons are just not doing a lot of damage right now, so it's becoming a little bit of a slog, but...
It is one beefy boss.
Yeah, and it's not letting me kind of move through that passage right there, unfortunately, so... I'm wondering if I should actually just back out and try to let her get out of there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try, because I'm not sure two characters can deal enough damage to her. So I'm just going to hang out here for a minute and see if she gets out here a little bit.
Here, monster, 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 monster.
Exactly. Only I had some kind of taunt or something. My party's actually doing fine. I'm not really, like, afraid of, like, not being able to do this. It's just she's not in a... Oh my gosh. It's just she's not in a good spot. He has what's called a sentinel attack, so he actually moves to attack her because she came within a certain number of tiles.
I'm not convinced she's coming out.
Not either. This is kind of an interesting situation because I have to be able to deal enough damage to actually kill her, and I'm not sure I can actually do that with just two characters. I'll go ahead and try this tactic just a little bit longer just to see what happens, and then see if I can figure something else out. Maybe what I'll do is I'll actually just move everybody farther away. Again, we'll chalk this one up to, as Firebird so astutely put it, this has never happened before, where I've been stuck in a spot where I can't deal enough damage. But let's see what happens. Come out! Oh my gosh!
No.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll go after her and just hope for the best here. See if I can lay on some damage here. I think these are my two best weapons.
Yeah, I was gonna say send the big sword after.
Yeah, I've got a big sword and a big spear. So maybe I could just move around on the other. It just won't let me highlight that other side of her, which would be great. And then this one.
Come on, team. All right, this is looking better.
Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I think going in with the big guns was the correct move. That one missed. Okay, she's getting close. She's got some healing though, so hopefully she won't do a healing move.
You were doing like 1 before though, and now you're doing like 3 to 5, so that seems better.
Yeah, I think when I had her before it was like the weaker weapons, so maybe this. Oh, she's only got 1 hit point left. Maybe this will be enough damage with the better weapons. Please do not heal. Oh, I think I got her. No, she missed. All right, that's got to be it. Oh no! David's last words. She blocked that.
You
damage.
jinxed it.
I totally jinxed it.
You jinxed yourself.
Please just die. You know you don't stand a chance. There, that should be it. Okay, thank you. Oh my god.
He's just shy.
And then that finishes it out. That's time. All right. So I have no idea where that came in. That was going fantastic. And then she went and hid in a corner. So she knew I was too tough. So thanks again for the Fastest First for hosting this event. Thank you for everybody that donated, both to my run and to the charity on a whole. This is a lot of fun. There's a fantastic couple days coming up. So please stay tuned in for all the wonderful runs coming up.
Of course, Ferric, thank you so much for being